Hi, my name is Christine Callender. I'm with Exit Realty Pikes Peak, and I am creating this video to answer so many of the questions that I've been receiving via text message, phone calls, emails. Everybody is wondering, what the heck is going on with these property taxes? On average, the property taxes in El Paso have gone up by 44%. I even had one person reach out to me whose taxes went up by 78%. And everybody's freaking out about it. And I am too, to be honest with you. So in order to help answer this question, I thought that I would help provide this video to help guide and give you some clarity. So with that said, the first thing that you need to understand is that these property taxes are valuated every 2 years in the state of Colorado. And the current period that the values that they're using right now, those values were weighted between January 1st, 2021 and June 30th, 2022, with more weight being towards the end of the time period, according to the assessor person that I talked to on the phone the other day. So with that being said, you can go on to the county tax assessor's website, and I'll have all of that linked down below this video, and you can type in your address for your property. Once you get to the address for your property, there's a button down there and it says appeal, and you're going to want to click that button. And when you click the appeal button, it's going to ask for your contact information, and then it's going to ask you to provide some information that maybe they didn't have when they made the valuation, so that they can have better information to relook at it. Now, I think that they are getting inundated with how many people are wanting to do this. As a matter of fact, they're actually have on the floor right now some legislation that is trying, I'm not sure if it's going to pass, but trying to limit the amount of the tax increases or set some other numbers or standards. So that may be coming down the pipeline. Hasn't been approved yet. I know one of them did not go through, probably because it had a bunch of other weird stuff attached to it. But anyhow, in the meantime, I wouldn't wait on this because it's timely, and I do think that it's something that you're going to want to get a start on. So if you need help getting the addresses and the comparable properties and the information that you need to put in there, feel free to reach out to me. Now, I'm a real estate agent. I know how to do comparable properties. I can go back in time. I can look at the properties at that time that sold, and I can send them to you. I can even send them to you so that you can look at the photos and you can say, wow, well, you know, that one had all wood floors and I have carpet, or, you know, and I'll help point out some of the things that I notice if I see that it can make it easy. Now, some properties are going to be easier to figure out than others. If you live in a kind of like a cookie cutter neighborhood, that's going to be a lot easier. However, if you are one of those properties out there in the middle of Black Forest, or some other kind of neighborhoods where it's like you have $1 million homes and then you have, like, you know, really inexpensive homes, it might be a little bit more challenging to figure out your value. And beyond myself, somebody that I would recommend who is a professional, now there may be a fee involved, would be an appraiser. But if your home value is like through the roof and it's just nuts, it might be worth it to get somebody to help you out with that. It's not a full-on appraisal where you're paying, you know, $700 to $800, but for a smaller fee, I'm sure they can help you out with that. So I want to leave you on one note, and that is that the National Association of Realtors just came out with a statistic saying that people who own properties are 40% more wealthy than a person who does not own a property. So I want to encourage you that home ownership is part of your path to building your wealth and your future. And you know, it's not fun to have to pay property taxes. I totally get it. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help, and thank you for your time.